Ladies and gentlemen, whenever these folks do something wrong in society and it goes out as negative as the mass shootings, okay, they need a boogeyman. They need a boogeyman to kind of change the direction of things. And the boogeyman is always the black community. Always. Okay. So now you got this article that came out in Newsweek. The FBI ranks black identity extremists bigger threat than Al Qaeda, white supremacists leaked documents. See, what they are trying to do, and they've been attempting to do this all week, is take the eyes off of them and try to put it on us. Black on black crime, Chicago, and ladies and gentlemen, look, there was a travel ban. Not a travel ban. Let me take that back. There was a travel advisory for countries that were warning their citizens when they come here, there's a risk they can get shot and killed because the gun violence is out of control in the US, which it is. Okay, now, this advisory went into place after 3 back-to-back mass shootings. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard of a travel advisory due to black on black crime? Have you ever heard of them putting out a travel warning because of Chicago? But they put one out after 3 back-to-back mass shootings. Always remember that. So the FBI needs a boogeyman because they desperately want the attention taken off of themselves. They're feeling guilty. They're feeling that everybody is blaming them. They're blaming they're blaming us. So we're back on to the BIE BS. So leaked FBI documents indicate black identity extremists and animal rights activists are among the agency's top counterterrorism priorities under Trump. The FBI priority list documents obtained by the Young Turks Thursday lay out the Bureau's 2018 fiscal year focal points in counterterrorism, cybercrime, and counterintelligence. The 2018-19 threat guidance documents describe black identity extremists, BIEs, as those who use force or violence in violating of criminal law in response to perceived racism and injustice in American society. The files claim some BIEs acted in hopes of establishing a separate black homeland or autonomous black social institutions, community, or governing organizations within the United States. So they got a problem. Look, they got a problem with us, right? But they also have a problem with us if we want to separate ourselves because of 400 years of hell. So we are a problem if we stay mixed in society. And if we separate ourselves, we are a problem. Okay? That's what this is saying. An internal FBI report from August 2017 was widely criticized for using the BIE label, which many called racist. But The Consolidated Strategy Guide documents leaked this week showed the FBI kept the term and made BIE one of its top counterterrorism priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that the same people that are in your police departments are the same ones in the FBI. Under the Trump administration, they're considered a bigger threat than terror groups such as Al Qaeda. Whose head did we chop off? Okay, y'all full of shit. Animal rights, environmental extremists, and anti-authority extremists were also deemed top existential threats. Ladies and gentlemen, they're doing this so you don't focus on white supremacy. See, white supremacy and white nationalism have been hot topics all week. They need you to get off of that. So how do you get off of that? You start pointing at somebody else. It's just like when you're growing up and you and your sibling do something wrong, and the one that's guilty will tell your mom, oh, well, they did it. And they didn't really do it. The one pointing at everybody else, they're the ones that really did it. That's what it's like. Under a cryptic strategy titled Iron Fist, the leaked documents suggest the Bureau plans to use infiltration and other undercover techniques to mitigate threats posed by Black extremist groups, including exploiting the felony status of some members. So, in other words, they're making you a felon and then exploiting the fact that you're a felon. Woo, they got some bags of tricks here. Other language labels Black extremists as racist themselves. All right, y'all. Is it safe to say that there are some Klansmen in the FBI? Okay. Likely to target civilian and government entities that are perceived as oppressors, including, but not limited to, law enforcement officers, U.S. government, members of rival BSE, Black supremacist extremists. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. They are making this up. There is no such thing. Groups and individuals based on race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and religion. Read one section called Key Domain Entities. BSE. Okay, so we got BIE, BSE. I guess we got BBE. Let's make up some more. BAE. You motherfuckers are crazy. See, they got to make stuff up about us in order to come after us. There is no such thing as no BSE. These folks are making it up. And that's all that's to it. They are making it up. They want us to be more menacing than they are. But that's okay. As the mass shootings continue, I think a lot of people are going to go silent, including the FBI. The documents show the FBI wrongly projected there would be attrition and declining membership within white supremacist and national extremist movements over the past few years. No, there is no decline. There's an increase. In reference to white supremacy, the documents read, some RMVEs, racially motivated violent extremists, are driven by a belief in the superior of the white race, which you're not superior at all, and a perception that the U.S. government is conspiring with Jews and minority populations to bring about the race demise. The 2020 threat guidance documents state The FBI has also begun using racially motivated extremism as a watered down label for white nationalist groups. So they're trying to water down the white groups and put a lot of emphasis on black people, calling us BIEs. That's more threatening than a white supremacist or white national group. Oh no, that's not the threat. BIE is the threat. BSE is the threat. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And if those terms were real, how come you didn't make it up until now? That's very telling right there. We've been here 400, wait, we've been around each other for 400 years and you're just coming up with this bullshit now. That's how you know it's a bunch of bullshit. It ain't worth 2 nickels. Y'all, this bullshit ain't worth 2 nickels. In documents leaked to the Young Turks, the FBI sought to lower the threat impact by BIEs and identifying who is recruiting and facilitating for such groups in the United States. The FBI judges some RMVE perceptions of police brutality against African Americans served as justification for premeditated retaliatory violence against law enforcement in 2016. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. That did not happen. There were not a lot of black people out here retaliating against police. That's a lie. That's a lie. You know, there's a saying, when you tell lies, you got to keep telling it over and over and over. You only got to tell the truth once, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to have to keep telling these lies. And the problem is the world is finally waking up. And this is why this is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. The world is waking up and they're seeing America for what it really truly is. They don't want that happening. They want everything to go back the way it was, where you believe they are the good ones and black people are the bad ones. They want that to come back, and so they can feel better about things. But I think that time has passed. That time has passed, ladies and gentlemen, and they know it. This is why they are coming out with this leaked report, and BIE is the biggest problem in America. Y'all gonna have to work overtime to make this one work. That's all I have to say. You're gonna have to work your ass off to make this one work. Ladies and gentlemen, see it for what it is. See it for what it is. 3 back-to-back mass shootings. Travel advisories coming out after those shootings. Again, no travel advisory for black on black crime. No travel advisory for Chicago. Okay? Travel advisory after 3 mass shootings that black people had nothing to do with. Okay? Gun laws. Let's change the gun laws. They're not changing the gun laws because of black on black crime. They're not changing gun laws because of Chicago. Nobody's even suggesting gun laws be changed. But after the mass shootings, oh, well, we need gun control reform. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. You know why? Because that's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem. And see, you got to understand, these folks do not have the same power that they used to have years ago. Their grip on this world is waning fast. And they have spent the greater part of their lives making us the boogeyman. And now people are looking and they're like, well, wait a minute, that's not what I'm seeing. And that's what they fear. You got to understand, that is what they fear. They fear that people will stop paying attention to us and start looking at them more. That's what they fear. And that is ultimately happening. So now they have to figure out a way to turn that around and get the focus back on us. But see, people are now waking up in ways that they never did before. You mark my word, things are going to change real fast on them. You watch. You just keep living and you will see these changes happen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.